Thank you everyone for joining us today for PSEO information session. Hopefully we can answer a lot of questions about PSEO today and help you make an informed decision if PSEO might be the right route for you. But before we get into anything, I just want to introduce our high school counseling team. If you're a high school student, ninth grader or older, you will have one of these wonderful individuals as your counselor, Alyssa, Carla, Grant, or Jen. And they're going to be like your main go-to person when it comes to PSEO and questions and helping figure out your schedule between Blue Sky and the college. And I'm also a great resource for PSEO. I'm also a counselor, but my main role is as the registrar and the PSEO coordinator. So, what is PSEO? Well, PSEO stands for Post-Secondary Enrollment Options. It is a great way for high school, mostly juniors and seniors, the opportunity to take courses at eligible post-secondary institutions. So, as a high school student, you can take classes at Blue Sky and be enrolled, but you can also take courses at the college and earn both high school credit and college credit. So it is a really great way to kind of get a jump start on college. If you're thinking of maybe pursuing a career that's going to require 2 years, 4 years of college. So students must meet at the admissions requirements of the post-secondary institution. So every college is going to be a little different. Tons of colleges in Minnesota offer PSEO, but the best thing to do is to probably figure out a college you might want to attend for PSEO and just figure out what their requirements might be. So students do not pay for tuition, books, or fees. So again, this is a great way to save a lot of money on college. You can earn both high school credit and college credit. So once you take a course at the college, I would get your transcript and I would update your high school transcript as well. So again, you might be able to take a course at the college that's going to cover electives or other requirements that you might have in the core areas. So 10th graders can take PSEO, but if you do, your first semester, you're limited on what you can take. You can only take one course your first semester in 10th grade, and it has to be a career and technical education class. And if you get a C or better in that course, let's say you took that in the fall, then for the spring, you'd be able to take a wide variety of other courses, just like a junior or a senior would be able to do. So you technically could go full-time PSEO as a 10th grader for the spring term. And yes, ninth graders can take PSEO, but we've never had a ninth grader do this. It's very rare. It's very limited. Typically, it's going to be a world language course that the college would have to agree to as well. So there's a lot of hoops to jump through for ninth grade. And typically, if you're wanting to take a world language course, most students, if we don't offer it at Blue Sky, most students seek that out through their local high school through like a supplemental program.
Hey John, we've got a question.
Mhm.
My son's going into his 10th grade year next year, and he's looking at taking a 4-year nursing degree. Would any of those qualify for him to take PSEO classes to start that?
So they're looking, I'm sorry, say that one more time. A nursing degree, you said?
Yeah, 4-year nursing degree. Could he start
Mhm.
taking classes next year for
What
that?
grade are they in?
He's in ninth grade now.
Okay. Well, again, they would still have to start off like in the fall with the career or technical uh, ed class, and then they could move on to taking other courses. But again, depending on the college, you're going to want to maybe check with them to see how that would look for PSEO.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Oh, and if there are questions too, you can put those in the chat, and then we can always answer those as well, especially at the end. Some of the questions you might have might come up during the presentation as well. So please keep that in mind. So let's see. Oh, next slide. So important considerations with PSEO. Well, being successful in college requires maturity, self-discipline, and good study and time management skills. So yes, at the college level, these courses are going to be more advanced than your typical high school courses, which are going to require more time for studying, testing, and completing assignments. You might take a course that could be controversial or have adult subject matter. Again, these are college courses. They are designed for students that are adults, 18 and older, and you are expected to participate in those courses. No communication from the college with the high school counselor or parent. So, at Blue Sky, you do have your three-person team. You probably get lots of emails from your teachers, your advisor, and everyone else. But at the college level, you're not going to see that type of communication. So, um, again, this really puts a lot on the student to uh, be able to communicate with parents if need be, as how they're doing in the courses. So with that said, self-advocacy skills are a must. If you are, as a student, a PSEO student, you might be feeling a certain way about things, and you really need to self-advocate for yourself. For um, basically, if you're struggling or you have questions, because at Blue Sky we send out attendance reports, we send out grade reports, things like that. You're not going to see the same communication at the college. One cool thing about PSEO students is that you're not going to be identified by to the college faculty. So if you're a PSEO student and you go into the class, a PSEO class, the instructor is not going to know that you're a PSEO student. Other students are not going to know that you're a PSEO student. So you're not going to be treated any differently than anybody else. So, that is nice. If you have an IEP or a 504, yes, you can still attend PSEO. We have had plenty of students in the past that have had 504s or an IEP, but just please know that the accommodations or modifications that you might have at Blue Sky are not going to be able to take place at the college level. So please keep that in mind. So pros and cons of PSEO. Well, uh, one big pro is the flexible schedule. I mean, you already have that at Blue Sky being online, and there's plenty of colleges that offer online PSEO options as well. But if you physically decide to go to the college for courses, it should work really well with your flexible schedule that you have at Blue Sky. You will have more exposure to more challenging and different classes than offered at Blue Sky. So there might be a lot of cool elective classes you might want to take, or there might be some courses that cover other requirements that you can take in a different way at the college. So you're not limited on only Blue Sky courses, which is really nice. And jumpstart on your college classes as well. I know a student way back, I think 2008, when I was first a counselor out of school. She went PSEO full time as a junior and as a senior. And she actually graduated with an associate's degree before she graduated from high school. And she had a job lined up right away working for a company at 18. And then with that, her company actually paid for her to continue to go to school and earn her bachelor's. And after she graduated with that, she moved up in the company with a new position. So um, basically got 4 years of college, paid hardly anything for it, and had a great paying job right away. So um, really neat story. So free college credit, the state of Minnesota would pay for basically cover almost everything when it comes to PSEO for you. You can meet some new people, new ways to socialize, and I did mention online options are available. We've had quite a few students doing PSEO that have been doing online PSEO, and more colleges are offering that as an option too. Some cons. Well, if you physically decide to go to the college, you're going to be responsible for getting yourself there and back. Uh, Again, classes are going to be more challenging because again, they are at a college level. So that's going to require more study time for testing, reading materials, assignments, all that. And the support that you receive at the college is going to change compared to Blue Sky. But you do have a PSEO advisor at the college, and then again, you do have support here between myself and your counselor. Again, the colleges are not going to send attendance reports, grade reports to the parents either. So if you want to know how your child is doing, if you're a parent, you're going to need to check with them. So you're going to need to be in good academic standings to attend PSEO. Again, please keep in mind that this is just a guideline more than anything. But juniors should typically be in the top third of their class. Excuse me. So about a 3.3 GPA. 12th graders, usually the top half of your class with a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. But with that said, I've seen students with like a 2.5 or even a little lower be accepted for PSEO. And I've seen a student that had a 3.0 not be accepted. So it really depends on the college. And I can't speak for every college, but that's where I would say if you have a college in mind, you're gonna want to check out their website and check on their PSEO requirements. So for 10th grade, I did mention the first semester in 10th grade, if you do PSEO, you would have to take only one career and technical education course. With that said, the college is going to want to see your 8th grade MCA reading test and see that it meets or exceeds a certain score. If you didn't do the testing or the scores were not high enough, most colleges will want you to take a test like the Accuplacer testing that they have at the college. And depending on your score, you can still attend even if maybe you don't hit a certain score on the Accuplacer, but most likely they would want you to take another course to help support you along your PSEO journey. But again, for exact PSEO criteria with every college, you're going to want to check out their website. So you're given all this information, you decide, yep, I want to go PSEO. What's next? Well, I can't emphasize this enough. Talk to your Blue Sky counselor, discuss the pros and the cons, and figure out your GPA and if you would be a good candidate for it. You're going to want to determine which college you would like to take your courses at. And then, I'd even suggest maybe checking out the college, maybe do a visit or contact them if you have specific questions. And figure out if they have an application you need to complete. Some colleges do have a separate application and requirements. With deadlines, most colleges are going to want you to get all of your forms in by the end of May. And I would really appreciate it if they were in by then too. So, the sooner the better that you get these in. You still have a lot of time to get that in now, but the end of May is typically the deadline for most places. Every college has their own application for the PSEO program that needs to be completed and supporting documents provided. So again, every college is a little different. But one thing that every college, and you'll see this in the next slide, every college is going to require that you complete the PSEO Notice of Student Registration form. The form is typically, it will be up on MDE's website. It's not up yet. The digital form is not up yet, but I do have, and your counselor will have the paper version that you can print and complete, and then you can fill that out, scan it, and preferably email it to me. My information is here, or you can send it to your counselor as well. Either one will work. And then what I do is I would take you'll fill out section one. Again, I'll have a slide that shows this. Section one of the notice of student registration form, I complete. Section two, I send it to the college with your transcript. And then from there, you would be accepted and you'd be notified if you're accepted. New this year, though, is students are required, and parents and students are required to do counseling with their Blue Sky counselor and sign an agreement. So that is something that you will need. If you want to go PSEO, contact your counselor, set up a meeting, maybe a Zoom meeting, and you would go over this agreement. Everyone would sign it, and that would be sent to me, and I can have that saved in your account. But that you only need to do once a year. The notice of student registration form needs to be completed every semester. So this is what it looks like. You will want to complete the 2627 form. Make sure it's the correct one. I've had ones come through that were not correct, so we want to make sure that we have the right one. I am going to, I can get this to save in the chat here. Let's see. Well, I'll add the paper version at the end here. Let's see. So again, with this form, you fill out section one. This will cover basic information and then sign and date it. Send it to me. I will complete section two, send it to the college with your transcript. This is what the agreement looks like that you would complete with your counselor. Again, this is just a new thing that MDE is requiring, just so you have the counseling about PSEO and it's documented. That's the main reason we want to do this. And again, we want you to be well informed about everything when it comes to your requirements for graduating and just how PSEO is going to work. So after you're admitted to PSEO, they should contact you and let you know you're accepted, and whether or not you need to do any extra testing or if you need to do like for example, the AccuPlacer. After you're accepted, you should definitely make an appointment with your counselor to determine what courses you should take, because between Blue Sky and the college, we want to make sure that you're meeting requirements for graduation and to make sure that you're not overloaded with courses between PSEO and with Blue Sky. There should probably be a registration session too with your college advisor to get registered for your PSEO courses. And again, you want to make sure that these are going to be acceptable courses with your counselor at Blue Sky. As soon as you get a schedule figured out, please send this to your counselor and to me, or either one or both would be great. Again, we want to make sure that we have a proper schedule for you in place. So with that, any final thoughts that we have? Again, PSEO can be a little confusing, exciting, overwhelming, all of these things. I know as a first-year freshman, I had all those feelings. As a PSEO student, it might have some stronger emotions with that. But you do have some great resources. Again, your high school counselor is your best resource. The admissions office at the college, the MDE's website. You want to consider the pros and cons of pursuing PSEO. Again, they are listed again in this slideshow, and you'll discuss those more with your counselor during that meeting. If you're going to want to physically go to the college, do you have consistent, reliable transportation? And once you're accepted, it is your responsibility to stay in contact with Blue Sky. I cannot emphasize enough to just keep checking your Blue Sky email, every day. Even if you're a full-time PSEO student and not taking any courses at Blue Sky, there's still communication that is sent out between your counselor and myself. So again, it doesn't hurt to check your email every day. And if you are failing a course, you're going to fail, or you're going to withdraw, or even change your schedule at all, um, for PSEO, please, please, please let us know as soon as possible because we want to make sure you have a balanced schedule and still meeting graduation requirements. I did say that the link to the PSEO forms are shared in chat. I will add that here. Let's see. With that said, though, can open everything now for any questions you might have. Add this.
Anyone have any questions?
I'm sharing the form right now. Again, this is one that you can print.
Overall, best advice is if you're considering PSEO for the first time next year, go ahead and schedule an appointment with your counselor because we can talk through any questions you might have and talk about whether or not that will be a good fit for you. All those kinds of fun things. So. All right.
Yeah, and if you have any questions from now until whenever, please contact myself or your counselor. We can guide you from there.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.